about Jerry's homeschooling impressed you?
Oh yes, Gary is a very smart young man. He teaches violin to other people as well as his own. He has also taught all three of his children to play a recorder. That's a kind of like a flute, only it's not played horizontally, it's played vertically. And they often take vacations with their children, and the purpose of their vacation is also for educational purposes. They go to museums, and they see things that are unusual and that they don't normally have at home, like animals at zoos, and they have places where they teach people how to spin wool and go through that procedure and make it into cloths. They learn those kind of things that they do on their vacation. And they can take a vacation anytime it's convenient. They don't have to go at certain times when the schools are in that procedure. Whenever Gary has a vacation from work, he can take his whole family and go traveling to various places. They go to see Indian culture. They've been to the 101 Ranch, and that's a historical place in the northern part of Oklahoma. I'm trying to think. They've been to the Great Plains in where they have wild buffalo, and they can study them and see how they are acting in their natural form. Things that are not available to a lot of kids who go to the public schools. They don't have this opportunity.
How
Gary,
about, okay.
Gary's children are very musically talented. I guess both parents have a lot of music background. Candace, the mother, she plays the piano, and Gary can also play the piano. He plays the violin very well. And they like to sing. In fact, when my wife, Alice, was in the hospital and she was in a bad state, she wasn't conscious of what was going on, Gary's children sang to her. And they sang from the Presbyterian hymnal, but they didn't have the hymnal with them. Gary would say, let's sing Psalm 316 and all 5 verses. And all 3 children sang all 5 verses by memory. And then he'd say, let's sing 2:11. And they would sing that song, and then he'd say, well, let's sing another one. Now, whether she understood or heard this music, we never know. But at least that was their effort to comfort her in her last hours of life. I think it was amazing to think that all 3 children could sing just about any song in the hymnal, word for word, complete all verses. If there are 5 verses, they knew all 5 verses. 4 verses, they knew all 4 verses. It's rather amazing, and it's a good way to teach memory to children. And I don't know of any other children that can do that, at least not to my knowledge. So homeschooling is not all bad. It's not all good. There's good with everything, there's bad with everything. So you have to weigh the good and weigh the bad, and eliminate the bad, and explore the good.